Shalom, Shalom, Shabbat, Adonai. Welcome to the Sixth Exodus program. Thank you for listening. The name of this segment is Reparations, and money owed as a subtopic. There is no scripture. Well, yeah, I could use scripture. Um, Exodus chapter 12, verse 40, and Genesis chapter 15, verse 12 through 15, concerning the years that we have been here as slaves. Let's say some people say 16, some people say 1619. If the year is 1619, then 400 years will be next year, year 2019. But this has come to my attention. I'd like to share it with you. The United Nations has informed the United States concerning reparations for slaves, and the UN number is HJR 192, and it says that the United States should pay reparations for the slaves they have here for 400 years. Do you know how much money that is to pay someone for so many people 400 years? Now, America is not good at paying dues, and when default comes upon America, it's going to be trouble. Now, I want to share with you the amount of money America owed. The United States debt to China is 1.3 trillion, and as of November 2016, in Treasury bills, notes, and bonds held by foreign countries, the rest is 19.9 trillion debt is owed by either the American people or by the United States government. The United States government, the federal government, not the states, but the federal government, owes Japan 1.11 trillion, owes China 1.5 trillion, the Cayman Islands 260 billion, Ireland 259.8 billion, owes Brazil 249 billion, owes Switzerland 228 billion, owes Luxembourg 221 billion, owes the United Kingdom 216.5 billion. All other countries owe 416 billion. Owes Hong Kong 192.7 billion. Now, America, by any chance, and not talking about the reparations that the United Nations has informed America that they should pay us for slavery. Now, some things are going to happen, it's for sure. When you don't pay your bills collector is going to start, you go default, then they're going to have to start paying with something. And the only thing you have is people. So your people will go into exile for people that you have to pay. So if you can't pay your bills, then your people, you have to pay with people. and so your people have to work off your bills. So these nations most likely going to end up with American people as slaves to pay their bills that they owe, because America will not have the money to pay, so they have to give their people. Japan, China, Cayman Islands, Ireland, Brazil, Switzerland, Luxembourg, United Kingdom, Hong Kong, and other countries who America owed. Now the thing about it, I think American people should agree that America operates on a different system than what I think everyone is alluded to think. You know, America is a corporation, and they're consistent of 51 states, but each state is an independent state. But if it comes under the United States of America, then they are a part of the United States. However, if they are not, then they are actually like individual countries, sort of like the Brexit and the United Kingdom, similar to that, but they are united. But if they are independent, then they are an independent state. But if they are united under the umbrella of the federal government, then they are the United States of America. And so, under the United States of America, sounds like semantics, but it has a lot of meaning and strength in it. But rest assured, those who own actually America is is most likely Europe. Now, on paper, it looks like Japan and China owns America, but in actuality, it's Europe. They actually owns America. Or you say what part of Europe? I would probably say probably the Vatican would probably own America more, because America has fought so many wars and has campaigned their wars and do a lot of backdoor dealings. So, I mean, I cannot prove this, but the Vatican has fought many wars since the Crusades and had a lot of secret wars that they fought. So, my best, and that when default happens, America will lose its people and they will become slaves in other countries. And it's going to hit one day. Um, there is a lot of things that countries they don't know. They guess, but they don't really function in understanding economics. The basics to economics is understanding ebb flow. Ebb flow. Ebb flow is has a lot to do with similarities of water coming to shore and water going out back and forth is a continuous ebb. Just like the 10 holes in your bodies that I shared with you a few months ago. You have to understand the ebb, the flow. With all the holes in your body is a flow. You have to understand the same concept is with God. You have to understand the flow with man and God. It flows the same way. Just like, for example, share with you. Now, America may not know this, but there's this is the I think that their forefathers were more intelligent than the ones that they have here today. Like, for example, um, America's icon is an eagle. Now the eagle has two wings, a right wing and a left wing. It's the same thing as saying a east wing and a west wing. And between the middle of it is the eagle with a vision that's supposed to see all things coming around. So you understand this concept I'm saying to you as far as the visionaries of the early fathers of America, the concept what they had about the White House, the West Wing, and the East Wing, the flight of an eagle. The eagle has great eyesight and can see many miles away of its prey and has a vision. But concerning the debts and the monies that America owes, you will have to look at that and say, this this eagle's not getting enough much height. And you have to understand also is the body and the framework of an eagle and what it does. Now, the body of an eagle, the wings, and it has 2 feet. The 2 feet of an eagle means foundation. It has foundation. Foundation means that you can stand. But as you can see, this eagle with its 2 wings and its 2 feet, um, it's not getting much elevation when you owe this much money to all these countries and failure to pay and have all these debts, including slaves. So it appears that some people are going to end up becoming slaves if these monies are not paid, and we don't know how to do that. So you have a leader, you have a Congress, you have a legislative, you have all these great minds, generals, but it's you have all these things going on, but yet there's little hope for change in any attempt to pay these bills off to keep America afloat and to preserve its people and its heritage. And definitely do not understand the ebb. Now, um, let's turn back to the focus of Hebrew Israelites. Now, let's say that our ancestors came here in 1619. Okay, 400 years would be 2019. Now, listen to this. Listen to me. Now, it's known that there are many people that was brought here in 1492, and the independence was written in 1776. So, during in those years, what was actually going on during that time, as far as trafficking slaves and all these things. Now, this debt does not go to only 1619, but all the way back to 1492. Because, of course, people, they change dates and things of that nature. But nevertheless, if America is to pay reparations according to the United Nations Charter, HJR 192, I think that the Vatican nor Europe will own America, but the people who are being enslaved, who have been slaves for 400 years plus. So let's end this segment. Now, there are, before I end this segment, there are some people that have heard and will hear of this segment, and they will say, conspiracy theorists, and they will practice their favorite ad nauseum, ad nauseum techniques and their ad hominem techniques, which America are most famous for. Ad hominems are America's favorite practice, and to practice ad nauseum is the redundancy to make people believe what they want them to believe until a person accepts everything they say. Ad nauseum personalities and practices. But nevertheless, they will continue to say conspiracy theorists. Where all these conspiracy theories come from? Oh boy, we need to get rid of them. We need to silence them. They need to be ostracized. They need to be silenced. They are unpatriotic to refute what we are saying, our policies, our objectives to eliminate our country's debt. They are conspiracy theorists. They are putting all these theories in people's mind, causing them to think contrary to what we say. We had them all controlled under their mind, but yet you have these people coming up with these conspiracy theories, us informing people of the truth and not letting us control them in their minds and control their thoughts. Okay, they're all delusional people, these conspiracy theorists. That's why they're called conspiracy theorists, because their opponents discredit them by implying that they are paranoid and delusional. And the fact, they are swindlers, and they spend, and they use the term conspiracy theorists because they does not engage in an act of agnosticism. Okay, let's end this subject now. Let's end this topic on America's debt. Thank you for listening, and thank you for choosing 6 Exodus for your listening pleasure. Have a good day.